Did you know Bond students have been in every Olympics since '92? How do they do it? Bond is known for its prowess in the sporting domain. With incredible facilities throughout campus, it means you can easily transition from this to this. Sport is alive and well at Bond University.
Testing, testing, 1, 2.
Testing, 1, 2, testing.
Yeah, we're good.
Yep.
You could just about hear the voice talk, mate. You could just about hear the voice talk. We could just about go, I reckon.
Yep.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to round 17 QAFL action, coming to you live from Totally Workwear Park for the massive clash between the Redland-Victoria Point Sharks and the Surfers Paradise Demons, brought to you by the great people at Double Take and the official AFL Queensland YouTube channel. Just going to quickly go through the umpires. Thanks to Bradnam's Windows and Doors, major sponsor for them this season. Field umpires Rowan Smith, Matt Bellina and Jamison Galbraith. Boundary umpires Matthew Forsyth, Alex Donahue, and goal umpires Alistair Meldrum and Hudson Tolley. Good luck to the people in green this afternoon. My name's Craig Browning. I'm joined in the box by the great man Jack Barry. Welcome, Jack. What did you think of today's clash?
Well, look, it's a mouth-watering clash, isn't it? Beautiful conditions here down at Victoria Point, and plenty to see. Obviously, Surfers Paradise wanting to win today to make sure they can keep their finals aspirations alive in 6 spots. You've got Labrador breathing down their neck, and they've got a great lead already on Noosa.
No, you're definitely right there. 39-point leaders against Noosa this afternoon. They started an hour ago. Just about ready. Here we go. Massive clash between these two. Looks like it's going to be Zach Smith in the ruck for Surfers Paradise. Got the first tap out. Redland-Victoria Point look to get the clearance. Ball rolling around. No one can take clean possession. Surfers have it now. Kicking towards centre forward. One-on-one contest. Ball gets over the back. Ball rolling around. Punch the ball clear. Plenty of pressure on the Sharks early. Good smother there by Surfers Paradise by Woodburn. He's been on fire this year. Not the best of kicks. Gets cut off on the last line.
Yeah, clever play, Woodburn. He's going to be a dangerous player to watch today.
Looks like Williams out there for the Sharks. Number 2 in intercept and contested marks this season for the QAFL. Well done to him. He's a fair way behind the great man Liam Dawson up there. He's about 60 marks behind at this stage of the season. It's a ridiculous stat. We'll keep a close eye on him today. His play continues now on that far side wing. Short kick there's okay. Looking to go down the line. Finds a teammate. Handball's back in board. Sharks not quite sure where to go from here. Ball gets half smothered. Ball rolling towards the boundary line. Tried to get the handball out. Surfers come together. Lay a pretty solid tackle. That ball's not going anywhere. About 70 metres out from the Sharks' goal.
He's one of the players I'm going to watch today, number 26, Billy Johnson. He's certainly a live way up in the forward line since moving there earlier in the season.
And Matty Thompson, number 3 for the Sharks, celebrating game 250. So well done to him. We'll keep a close eye on him as the game continues. Ball inside 50 for the Sharks. Good tackle laid. Ball gets held up.
I'm really also looking forward to seeing the coaches today. Matthew Lappin, the Surfers Paradise coach, a great tactician, and of course the people's man, Phil Cass, who everyone loves to play for. Can they get his team over the line with a few outs today?
Looks like, well, Matty Hamilman's out for the Sharks. Massive out for them. Looks like Huddy's moved to full forward in his absence. As Surfers look to clear now. Up and under kick. That's not staying in play. Out on the full.
Also the rucks and mouth-watering matchups. We've got Smith and Zach Smith. Looking forward to seeing how he goes up against big Craig Malone.
Malone, I've liked the way Malone's played in the later stages of the season. He's done extremely well. Lucky not to give away 50 there, back in the middle of the ground. Sharks again, a little bit unsure. Decides to go long. Huddy's down there. Oh, guess who it is? Brody Haberfield, well done. Last line of defence, number one key defender for Surfers Paradise. Decides to kick long. Players come together. Drop to mark, he probably should have taken there. Here's a chance for the Demons. 2-on-1. Who's going to win this battle? Ball rolling around. Players dive on it. Pressure's up early between these two sides, Jack.
Yeah, certainly is. Look, a couple of young players to keep an eye out today for. They want to watch his young Zyma Lane, number 21 for Surfers Paradise, and also another young bloke, Daniel Annabelle. Caught our eye last time we watched him. He's wearing jumper number 18 today.
He's an Allies play. Did pretty well in the carnival this year. Play continues now. Oh, look at the clash there. Kick off the ground was pretty good. Couldn't get the handball or a kick away. Ball gets held up once more. 5 or 6 clearances so far. A little bit hard with the clash. Definitely the greatest clash of jumpers I've seen for quite a while between these two this afternoon. Good little chip kick out. Just ball rolling around. Surfers are the first onto it. And that far side wing kicks up the line. That's okay. They've got a spare in defence, the Sharks, so they've got to be careful here, the Demons. Decides to go long. 2-on-1. Gets a fist on the ball over the back. Ball rolls over the boundary line. First chance for an inside 50 for the Demons.
It'll be the interesting part today will be, can Surfers Paradise kick a big enough score? We've got Mitchell Patton, who's probably their leading goal kicker this year, and also another young bloke who's kicked a few goals. I haven't got his name, but there's only a couple. I think it might be... lost his name here, sorry. But yeah, that is whether they can kick enough goals. It will be the key thing for them.
Well, looks like that was Campbell Aston taking that last line mark. That's a free kick. Looks to play on. That ball's going to get recalled. Number 62, we're going to have to keep an eye on that. He's not on the team sheet for the Sharks.
Yeah, it's Robbie Campbell.
Robbie Campbell, thank you very much.
Of course, Doran now, he's certainly another state player to look out for around the number 1 jumper, so he'll kick and then certainly run on. He's that type of player, isn't he, Kane?
No, you're definitely right there, Jack. Haberfield again decides to go long. A little bit of open space out that far side. Again, players come together. The Sharks defend well. Here's an opportunity. Drops the vision. Good pick up there. That's Johnson. You're talking about him earlier, Jack. Haberfield. Oh, just couldn't quite get to the contest. Ended up being an easy chest mark. And the man we were talking about just before, Robbie Campbell, lines up for the first goal of the afternoon.
And that's what I think we called the game earlier in the year. And, his move to half forward has been fantastic, Johnson. That's what he can do. He's got a lot of energy and effort, and he's just set this next chance for a shot on goal.
This could be a great start for the Sharks. Campbell comes in, right foot, holds the line well. There's the first of the afternoon going to the Sharks. Great finish in the end by Campbell. And just good vision going inside 50. Didn't bomb away. Hit up the target. Haberfield desperate to get to the contest. Just couldn't get a fist on the footy. And Campbell kicks the first.
Well, that's right, and it's a good point there. He didn't just blaze away there. He lowered his eyes. He looked for the best. They sat off, and Campbell sat off, and he didn't stand in the goal square. And he was an option, and then Haberfield, as good as closing pace as he has, couldn't get there in time.
It's interesting just looking around the ground here. Looks like Reardon's started forward for the Demons, which is interesting. He's been playing majority half back, played extremely well. He's a bit of an excitement machine coming from Tassie last year. So, interesting moves there early. Speaking of which, guess what? It heads straight towards him. Reardon couldn't take the mark. Ball comes to ground. Here's a chance to rebound from the Demons. Great tackle laid by the Sharks. Cross half back. Trying to clear the ball now. Got to be clean. And is. Got the handball out. Ball still so close to the boundary line. Players dive on it. Ball gets forced over.
And for the Sharks, Jakey Chapman, he's been, again, having a really good season this year. He's had more consistent senior footy, and he's really starting to settle in and cement his spot here at the Sharks. Great to see.
Well, plenty of players have had really good years on the stat sheet this season for both sides. Woodburn's the one for me to keep a close eye on. Number 3, played state level this year. Still very young, but got plenty of promise.
The last time the two clubs met, they had a really strong heavy tag on Woodburn early in the game, but looks like he's been freed up a little bit today.
Well, as play continues now. Good tackle laid there by the Demons. Got the handball out, ducked the head. Play on, says the umpire. Ball dribbles out again. The tackling pressure is pretty good from the two sides early. Decides to handball out. Kicks up and under. Plenty of numbers around this footy for the Sharks. Williams defends well, ends up back with it somehow, trying to get a handball out. That's okay. Malone got a handball out as well. Kick right into the middle of the ground. Huddy's going to have to be good here. Just tapped it to the advantage of a teammate. Players dive on it. Haberfield's there.
Yeah, the big Huddy just probably a little bit slow to react there when the ball come down. He waited for the ball to come to him. Probably could have attacked the ball more, but they've got a stoppage.
Geez, massive matchup. Huddy and Haberfield. Haberfield's given away a few inches. Just decides to kick the ball off the ground. Goes straight to a service players again. Players come together. Good tackle laid. Good attack on the footy there by Surface. Unfortunately, it's been intercepted by the Sharks. Kick towards forward 50. Huddy, great pickup. Oh, they got the overlap. Look at the handball. And that's another goal to the Sharks.
Oh, Dylan Smith, great work. Fantastic work there. And a good clearance out of the middle there. It might have been through Bailey Reeves. Getting that ball forward, but great work by the Sharks.
And that was the thing. Huddy got the clean possession, and that was the one that really stood out. Smith didn't get sucked into the contest, held his position well, suddenly became an overlap while his opponent went in to try and defend 2-on-1, and Huddy was good enough to get the handball out, and Smith finished off the great work. So, first two goals go to the Sharks. They lead, they're 12-point leaders, 9.5 minutes played in the first quarter. The total workwear scoreboard on that far side. Bit of a breeze blowing around the ground at the moment. Bit gusty. Should be interesting. Probably favouring a little bit to the left of screen, so it's a good start by the Sharks. Here's a chance for Surfers. Forward of the contest. Got to hit up a target, just missed him unfortunately, and Williams intercepts once more. On that far side, that's Carbone. Decides to handball back in board. He's going to end up with it once more. Bit of an up and under kick on the left foot. Players come together. Almost friendly fire there. Here's a chance. Woodburn hits the hot spot. Couldn't hit a target. Ball rolling around the back. Williams, the goalkeeper as always, kicks the ball into some open space. It's going to beat everyone over the line. Just outside forward 50 for the Demons.
The Demons are playing ex-AFL boy Hayden Crozier down deep, and they've got the skipper in Mitch Dallard picking him up. So he's had a couple of chances to on the lead, but they haven't been able to hit his target. So a mouth-watering matchup that one came.
Crozier was very good a couple of weeks ago in his first outing for the Demons. Ended up with a couple of goals, I believe, but just smart, well-drilled player on that occasion. That kick was forced out. Decides to handball out. How did he get free? Kick towards goal. Is that the first for the D's? No. Just offline.
Yeah, the midfielder at that stoppage were caught napping, and they just were able to run away, and he kept running to provide a contest.
It was Jamison Shea on that occasion.
Yeah.
Just couldn't kick straight enough. That ball's getting kicked out from full back, looking for Malone. Smith punches the ball clear. Ball gets forced over the boundary line. Woodburn picks himself up. They've got a lot of players missing this afternoon, the Sharks. It'd be interesting how they set up their lineup.
Well, what the good thing about that, it provides opportunity, doesn't it, for blokes trying to press into the senior side.
This time of the year too, not that far away from, guess what? Look at that for a kick. What a goal!
He is a class act, a champion player for
Harrison
Surfers.
Fraser.
He is a prime mover in the engine room. He missed a few games with injury this year, but watching him a little bit earlier today, just such a clever player in traffic, a good ball user. He grabs the ball and takes the game by the scruff of the neck and says, this is the way home, boys.
Geez, he was best on ground for me a couple of weeks ago, that home game they played, and I tell you what, his third quarter was absolutely elite.
Yep. No, he's a fantastic player, great QAFL player. Played for the state a few years ago, but is certainly one of the heart and soul players of this football club here at Surfers Paradise for sure.
Well, they hit back. 1-1-7 to 2 straight 12. 5-point leads to the Sharks. 12.5 minutes played. So Morningside and Aspley last week, there was 17 goals kicked between them in the first half. It was ridiculously fast-paced, skilled contest between those two. Aspley ended up winning that game. Moved to the top of the ladder. Zach Smith couldn't win the tap out on that occasion. Malone was good there for the Sharks. Ball drifting backwards though. They've got to defend first, the Sharks. Not the best of handballs. Ball dribbling towards their boundary line. Gets forced over. Good pressure there for the Demons. Just looking through. Matty Thompson, the milestone man, starting down back. Number 3, keep an eye out on him. Looks like he's lined up on Patton at the moment, which is an interesting one. Patton, the leading goal kicker for Surfers Paradise. He's kicked 41 goals this year. The big man Hamilman's missing for the Sharks. He's kicked 63. He's leading the QAFL this year once again. That kick towards centre half forward. Gets over the back. Got to defend. Good effort there by the Demons. Good tackle. They were out there, the Sharks, if that ball got over the back. Well done. Looks like that was Kennedy on that occasion, playing that tackle. Up and under kick, good luck marking that. Stallard.
Yeah, just used his body well, forced him under the ball.
Oh, good smother there for the Demons. Again, they've got to defend first. Instant pressure comes. He couldn't get rid of it.
Yeah, Miller under the siege. As soon as he got the ball, they pounced on him. Miller looks like he's going head-to-head with Fraser today, so it'll be a great matchup.
It's interesting when you got Lamana Packow and Yagmore both missing from this side as well for the Sharks. So plenty of changes have been made with only 3 weeks to go in the home and away season. As play continues, good effort there for the Demons. Got to be a free kick. Yes, it is. Interesting looking up the ground again. Looks like they've got that spare, just a kick behind the play. Looks like Hunkins moved down to that role. Williams could be first onto it here. Good effort there by the Demons on that occasion to force the ball clear. Players come together once more. Plenty of stoppages early. Zach Smith trudging his way over. Looks like Huddy's going to be lining up on him. That's a juicy matchup. Those two in the ruck. Smith tapped it down to his feet. No one can get clean possession. Players come together again. Somehow the Sharks come away with it, but instantly tackled. Another stoppage. It's 60 out from the Demons' goal. Play continues. Ball gets forced handball backwards. Kicks down the line. Again, that's down the full. So here's a chance for the Demons on that far side wing. Got to try and bring the ball back into the middle. Bring it back into the corridor and then attack forward 50, I reckon. Decides to go down the line. Had a spare player. About 80 from goal. No one really sort of anywhere near the goal square for the Demons, which is an interesting one. They're all around this contest. Players get up. Couldn't take the mark. Sharks are first onto it, forcing the ball out through handball. Looks like Reardon was down there for the Demons. Couldn't get his hands on it. Kick, dangerous kick back into the corridor. Here's a chance for the D's. Couldn't take clean possession. Instantly gets wrapped up. right on the 50-metre arc.
It was a dangerous kick, but to Redland's credit, they swiftly jumped onto the footy and make sure they tied it up for a stoppage.
That was Kennedy again. Just couldn't take clean possession. He had a bit of space if he could get away. And once more, Harrison Fraser got wrapped up in that tackle. So 10 or 12 stoppages already in this contest. Again, here comes another one. So feeling each other out, it seems, in this first quarter. Surfer's got the clearance, kick to the hot spot, playing in front, brings the ball to ground. The first onto it are the Sharks. 3-on-1 defensive effort. Good work. Williams clears the ball now. Couldn't take the mark. Ball gets forced over. On that occasion, there was Albie Jones.
I think Williams for Redland-Victoria Point has done a finger in that last marking contest. He's waving to the medical staff. We'll see. It's tough as he's staying out there, but yeah, he may need to have that finger put in if he's dislocated.
Oh, that's always fun when the finger decides to go out. Nothing worse. Huddy played the front position, brought it to ground. Surface of the first onto it, got a ball on boot. Here's a chance now, going backwards before forwards, inside out 12 to the goal square, but guess who it is? Williams on the last line.
His finger is giving him
all sorts of grief.
He's a tough nut, isn't he?
Oh, is he what? Kicks the ball short to Chapman. Yep, trying to definitely put that finger back in. You're right, Jack. Where's he go from here? The young man decides to go long. Oh, players come together. Didn't really have eyes on the footy. Advantage paid. Handballs it back. Not the best of handballs. Still got a bit of room to move. Decides to go backwards. That's okay. Fraser to Doran. Doran chips the ball in short. That's okay to the young man in Curtis. Curtis goes to full forward. Couldn't take the mark. Ends up with a teammate. Couldn't clear the ball.
They're getting enough looks inside forward 50. Just can't get that clean kick inside there to a marking or a leading player.
Williams still on the last line, pleading for some assistance with that finger. He's playing goalkeeper at the moment as the Sharks try and clear. Demons still have possession of the footy. Good half smother there on that occasion across the other side of the ground. Holding the ball, says the umpire, so it's going to be a free kick to Surfers Paradise. About 45 out, right on the boundary line.
It looks like it might be Axel Moore.
Axel Moore, number 10. He's done very well this season as Axel Moore. He's second for clearances for Surfers Paradise. Decides to go to about 25 out. Ball comes to ground again. Huddy couldn't take the mark. And again they clear to the outer side. Players come together. Good chest mark there. They're off and running now. Haberfield's got to get back. Almost kicked the ball to himself there, Haberfield. Well done. Kicks the ball up the line. Again, ball comes to ground. They've got the outnumber, the Sharks. But Surfers doing well at the moment. Looking for a teammate. Blind handball there. Players dive on it. Can't get it out. Another stoppage right in the middle of the ground.
Yeah, it looks like young Kennedy had the vision, but didn't execute the first one he saw, and then the ball got wrapped up.
Well, Sharks looking to clear as the wind picks up. Players dive on it again. The umpire's going to say hold the ball. They're trying to move the ball quickly here, the Demons. Kick towards half forward. That's a better kick to Patton. Patton's about 55, 60 metres out.
Yeah, it was a great work by Patton. He done a bit of work early, created a bit of separation, and then just had that couple of metres, took a nice mark in front.
Stallard can't do much about that as a defender. Got up off the ground. Patton, he likes his chances from here. This gets called to play on. Kicks the ball long, right to the line. It's there. Patton with his first goal of the afternoon. That's 42 for the season, and they've closed the margin. Actually, they're in front.
Yeah, great work by the Demons. They, as I said, they lowered their eyes and they didn't blaze away. They had to try and get that leading forward. And again, to Patton's credit, he done the work early. Just needed a couple of metres in front. And then the kick was rewarded. And he took a nice mark and a thumping kick. I think he knows, he's kicked 42 now, Kane. I think he knows where the goals are.
And that's the thing too, they can't just afford to bomb the ball long all day long, because you know the likes of Williams, he's so good at that intercept possession. He's just going to stand back there all day long and take mark after mark, pretty much undefended. So if they use the ball wisely, Surfers going inside 50, they can cause all sorts of grief for the home side.
Well, he's in the hands of the trainer down in that back pocket there as they try and wrap up his finger.
And there's still not a bloke anywhere near him. He's got to be quick here. But the Sharks are good because kicking towards Haberfield, the juggling mark.
Great start by the veteran, hasn't it, Kane?
No, very good for Haberfield in the early stages. He's the number one defender for Surfers Paradise for a long period of time. Chips the ball in short, that's okay to Beardsell. He's had a pretty good year as well. Couldn't take clean possession. Instantly gets claimed. A couple of weeks ago, Surfers dominated the tap-outs, but they couldn't get a lot of clearance work going, which was really damaging for them in the first half. They did come back as the game progressed, but play continues here. Half forward, got half a fist onto it. That was okay from Nice. Again, instantly gets claimed. Ball rolling around quite a bit in the early stages. Not the best of handballs. Gets claimed again, drops the footy cold. That's on the ball. Good effort there by Hosfeld. Took an absolute screamer in the grand final. Kicked a really good goal as well last year. Snap around the corner. Got half smothered. Ball rolling towards the point post. They're going to keep the ball in. Got to be clean here. And is. This is Shea. Shea goes back into the middle of the ground. That's okay.
They're playing with some dare.
Nice decides to go out wide. Looks like Jones out there. Jones up the line. Plenty of grabbing and scragging there. Ball rolling towards the boundary line. Good effort there by O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan handballs the ball back and board. Instantly gets tackled. But it's a free kick for holding the man. Didn't take the ball cleanly, so got held up. Free kick. Campbell Aston's out here. Decides to go down the line. Not the best. Ball hits the ground. Again, they're rebounding fairly well, the Demons. Not quite sure where to go. They know Williams is there in the hot spot. That's a better kick. Ball came off the fingertips. Snap towards goal. No one really at home for the Demons. Ball rolls through minus score. 2-2-14 to 2 straight 12. 24 minutes played in the first quarter. Kicks to Campbell Aston. Right on the boundary line. Deep inside his defensive 50. Smith's up the line if they want to use him. Smith, great effort there by the big man, former Geelong and Sun. Kicks the ball back inside. Oh, great intercept there on the last line. Good brave effort there from the Sharks. They look to clear from half back. Not the best of handballs. Smith off the ground. Paid the mark, so here's a chance to go through the corridor. Dropped the mark he probably should have taken. Instantly under the pump. That's on the ball, says the umpire.
Yeah, good work there. Johnson just couldn't get that possession the way that he wanted.
That's a great kick from Nice. Couldn't hit a target. Ball still rolling. Chance for the Demons. Reardon's there. Got the ball on boot. Kick to the hot spot. Ball rolling towards our boundary line. Right forward pocket. Tick over 25 minutes played. 2 points the margin in favour of the Demons. And here's an opportunity to kick another. No one forward of centre. Now, I'm not sure what that was. That ball got held up with a breeze and almost came off his knee, rolled back over for another minus score. 2-3-15 to 2 straight 12. 3 points the margin. Coming out from full back. You got Smith and Malone out this broadcast side. That's where they go. Malone's playing in front. Couldn't get the contest in the end. That's Jones. Jones, short kick, good work. That's better. Ended up with Samuel Jewell.
Well, Jewell's the other goal kicker for the season. I couldn't pick him up earlier in the game. Who was, I think he's kicked about 19 goals this year. I can't quite.
He's got 16?
16, sorry. So I think, yeah, he's the other goal kicker, isn't he, for this year. So Yeah, it should be a good shot on goal for him. Great work by Jones.
He's been a very good contributor for them this season, Jill. Played in a variety of different roles to increase the lead. Not the best of kicks. Side of the boot.
Oh! Redden!
Well, I said he was a dangerous backman. And I'll tell you what, that's one of the marks of the year, Jack.
It was a beauty. Had a beautiful sit there, and he got a beautiful vertical leap.
Has he what? The Tasmanian. Comes in. Kicks the goal as well. There's one for the highlight reel. Well, I thought his one earlier in the year was good. That was better from Reardon. Well done.
Well, a nice setup, a nice kick inside forward. Who's going to take a big contested mark down there? And Reardon did not disappoint.
That was almost Bizzusto like that one. He
Oh,
got
yeah.
right up there.
Yep. So again, the defenders will be talking back down there, just not letting him get a run at the ball like that, because he can be dangerous, as we've seen during the season. And then that was just a lapse in concentration, and he didn't need much, and he took a fantastic mark.
Geez, even Chapman's going up, tapping him on the back, going, "Yeah, that's a pretty good grab, mate." I can't complain about that.
Can I get a ride in the Toyota?
Can I get a ride in the Toyota? He'll get a box of Weet-Bix instead, by the looks of it. As Malone taps the ball almost to himself. Smith ends up clearing it somehow. So here's another chance for the Demons. Patton's roving around. Reardon's there once more. Patton couldn't take clean possession. Ball rolling around. Got to kick the ball down the line. They've got a little bit of an overlap. If they move the ball quickly, the Sharks decides to go up the line. That ball's going to get held up with a breeze. One-on-one. Brings the ball to the front. Malone's there doing the roving. Handball over the top. Kicks to the goal square. Huddy's in the box seat. Couldn't hit the target. Oh, good effort there, one-on-one. That's got to be holding the man, though. Couldn't do much there, Haberfield. He's given away about 3 inches in height to Huddy. And Huddy looks to instantly respond.
Well, deep in the red time came. If he can kick this goal, 3 goals, it might be into a bit of a breeze that way. I think Coach Carth will be pretty happy with that.
Well, Huddy, he's probably had a better back half of the year than the front half. Had a few injuries. Left foot round the corner. That's not coming back enough. Just sneaks in for a minor score. So 3-3-21 to 2-1-13. The first miss for the Sharks this afternoon. As Surfers look to come out from the last line. Dangerous kick, but that's okay to Smith. Smith. Decides to go long. Oh, it went very early. No, free kick to the Sharks. Surface player out there was pleading for a shepherd.
This will be Malone.
Malone, big fella. Decides to go long once more. Gets to about 30 out. Again, that ball holds up in the breeze. And Surfers look to clear from half back. As the siren goes to quarter time. 5 goals kicked between the two. It's an 8-point margin in favour of the Demons. 3-3-21 to 2-1-13. Quickly go through some goal kickers, Jack.
Yeah, Mitchell for Surface Paradise. Mitchell Patton, Harrison Fraser and Elijah Reardon all have one. And for Redland-Victoria Point, Dylan Smith and Robbie Campbell.
Well, ladies and gents, great first quarter. Good contest between these two. Plenty on the line. We'll be back for second quarter QAFL action after the break. ladies and gents, to round 17 QAFL action. Coming to you live from the home of the Redland-Victoria Point Sharks. My name's Kane Browning, still joined in the box by Jack Barry. And Jack, what'd you think of that first quarter?
Yeah, well, I think it'll be interesting to see. We'll have a better indication about how the wind's playing by half-time to see how Surfers Paradise go on. But they had plenty of looks inside their forward 50. I think that they're doing a really, really good job. Obviously, Surfers kick, Redland-Victoria Point to kick a couple of goals going into the win, we think. It was also pretty well. But I like the game of Aston. I think he did a lot of mopping up from behind the footy. Smith's been good in the ruck. Haberfield's been outstanding for Surfers Paradise in defence. So be interesting to see how this quarter plays out.
Well, you got Malone and Smith. Good contest early between those two. Huddy started deep forward again for the Sharks. The absence of Matt Hamilman. Here we go. Smith got the inside-out tap out. Malone ends up with it, though. Good handball. Found some open space. Steps back in board. Got a ball on boot somehow. They've got a little bit of an overlap going. Here's a chance for the Sharks. Going into attack. Looking for Huddy. Juggling attempts. Great effort. That was brilliant by Miller, kicking that ball into his advantage for the big man.
Yeah, it's a good call, Kane. It was a quick kick away. He got it in there. Just a bit of space there. He was able to get a little bit of separation. There was a bit of a question on was he holding the jumper, but it was a nice two-tap mark.
And that's the thing. He put it to his advantage of Huddy's playing in front. It's going to be very hard to stop. Got the advantage. Comes in, left foot. That's the first goal of the second quarter. That's a good start by the Sharks. 3-1-19, close the margin to the solitary 2 points. 3-3-21 the Demons. We've only played a minute of game time in the second quarter, Jack.
Yep, and you spoke earlier in the day, Kane, and you've got a few more stats around Matthew Thompson playing his 250th game, and they're obviously a very popular figure there, and they're up and about today. They want to try and get a win for him, even though there's some personnel out for the Sharks today. They want to make sure they can give him a memorable match because he's given them so many memorable games over the 250 journey.
No, he's been there for practically 2 decades, since he was 15 years old, Thompson. It's a massive effort. QAFL level, 250 games as play continues now. Miller's trying to clear the ball again for the Sharks. Kick inside 50, playing in front, juggling attempt, gets the ball back. Not the best of kicks. Right foot check side. Can't sneak it in for a score out on the fall.
Already 2 inside 50s for the Sharks, so they're looking ominous in this term.
Miller all of a sudden is looking very dangerous in that midfield battle. Up and under a kick. Jewell couldn't get to the contest. That's a good contested mark for Moore. And that's 50.
Yeah. I'm not sure what Johnson was doing there. Obviously he thought something else, but one was on the mark and he ran up to him. So anyway, good mark. It was a fantastic mark by Moore.
Axel Moore. He's had a pretty good year for the Demons. Kicks the ball in short. Kicks the ball towards the goal square. Instant response. Looks like they've got the Dream Time jumper. The clash of colours there.
It looks like that was Mitchell Patton. And
Mitchell
again,
Patton, goal number 2 for him.
Probably their most dangerous forward. And for him to be able to run unchecked like that is, I'm sure the coaching staff at the Sharks won't be happy with that. But he just ran unchecked and just slotted an easy one. We know he's got a decent foot on him. And,
well, that was into the breeze as well. So, ball held up nicely. He's a booming kick, like you said, Jack. He's kicked 2 goals already.
And that's what they'll need to do today. They'll need to kick their goals, and a window of opportunity, and they nailed it.
Well, Smith and Malone back in the ruck. Smith got the tap out. Again, Hodsfeld got the clearance. Bit up and under. Got underneath the drop of the ball. The Sharks on that occasion. Demons looking to clear. They've been a little bit better by foot than the Sharks in the early stages of this contest. Decides to handball off. They're playing on quite a bit of the time when they get the chance.
That was a beautiful play out of defence there by Mullane. Didn't take the mark, but he butted up, got the handball away. Then he ran off, received the footy, and a beautiful kick inside 50, Kane.
That kick in short sets up another opportunity.
So we spoke about the young player to watch early in the game, and Mullane was the one for me I wanted to have a look at. And that's the sort of how I remember him as a young kid coming through the ranks. So a very good player.
Well, not quite sure. It's very hard with those jumpers to identify players this afternoon on that far side of the ground.
I reckon it's Crozier.
Crozier, really his first touch of the afternoon. Left foot. Ball not going to get there. That could be a free kick. It's going to the Demons. The Sharks are confused. Thought they were going to get the free kick for holding. And the young man.
Yeah, Joey Kennedy.
Joey Kennedy. He's had the ball.
No, Smith.
Smith. Well, again, when Smith gets an opportunity to dribble forward like Huddy, going to be very hard to stop without giving away a free kick. And 50 for Descent by the looks of it.
I'm not sure it was. Thompson's just marking it out.
They're pleading. Why was that?
I think they encroached on his zone. So Smith gets his first for the afternoon.
They built the wall side on so Smith couldn't go around, and they got a little bit too close on that occasion, according to the umpire.
What a great start by Surface in the second. So kick back-to-back goals.
They've stretched the lead out 5-3-33 to 3-1-19. Just a tick over 5.5 minutes played. Second quarter. Just going to quickly go through. We've got a little bit of an update for around the grounds. Plenty of buys this week, but still a few games being played. Labrador, well and truly on top of Noosa. 9-12-66 to 4-4-28. Broadbeach and Wilson Grange are playing another game as well. Interesting clash. 4-4-28 to the Gorillas to 3-1-19 the home side in the Cats. Looks like Campbell got that clearance again for the Sharks. Great contested mark. Inside attacking 50 is Dylan Smith. About 40 out on a slight angle.
Well, that was Scotty Miller once again out of that centre.
Scotty Miller.
Yeah, he's had two great clearances. One ended up in a goal with Huddy. Will the second end up in a goal to young Smith?
You can definitely pick it up on the effects, Mike, ladies and gents. The wind is definitely swirling this afternoon. Smith for goal number 2. Comes in. Is that ball going to come back? No, it's not. Minus score. 3-2-20 to 5-3-33. 13 points the margin. Tick under 7 minutes played in the second quarter. The Surfers look to clear from full back. Huddy put the pressure on. That's a booming kick right up the middle of the ground. Reardon's there for the Demons. Can't get possession. That ball's been hacked back inside, attacking 50 for the Sharks. Good attack on the ball there on that occasion. That was Anderson. Kicks the ball up the line. Play on, says the umpire. Handballs it off. That's okay to Curtis. Not quite sure where to go. Bit of an in and under kick. Diving attempt at the mark was Doran. State rep this year against the Tassie Devils. Has a really good year, Durant. Kicks the ball in short. Play on, says the umpire. Didn't go far enough. That's got to be a throw. Yes, it is. The umpire was right onto that one. Kicks the ball looking for Smith again. Good contested mark. Way too far out to score. Kicks to the hot spot. 2-on-1. Players getting back. Good juggling mark there on the last line. And that was Jones. Albie Jones kicks the ball in short. Don't want to get caught down on this broadcast side.
That's Doran in defence. They just got the ball there, Kane. He's worked hard back in defence. He's doing the kick in, so he's working pretty hard behind the footy this quarter.
Looks like they're really starting to build from their defence. A lot of their attacking plays are starting from deep in defence. Haberfield. Again, a booming kick. Kicks up the line. Good juggling mark. Play on, says the umpire. Must have come off a hand. Touched off the boot, says the umpire. That was a booming kick.
Yeah, well, young man Caro there. Had his hands on it. Just couldn't quite pay the mark.
Ball gets thrown up again. Smith tried to get to the front. Malone got the tap out. A little bit quiet in the early stages. Couldn't take clean possession. Could have got caught on the ball. Players dive on it. Woodburn has been a little bit quiet from his high standards this season. Speaking of which, there we go. Instantly gets a clearance. Ball kicked to half forward. Still in the middle of the ground. Oh, surely that's a free kick for Reardon. Play on, says the umpire. Campbell Aston got the ball on boot somehow. Nice forces his opponent under the drop of the ball. The young man in Gesu, hopefully I got that pronouncement right, number 56, just got caught under the drop of the ball. This play continues. Demons looking to go back into attack. Not the best at kicks. Drifting towards half forward. The captain, Stallard, first onward for the Sharks. Kicks towards the boundary line. Ball gets rolled, forced over the line. Right in front of the cheer squad over there in front of the old scoreboard. The umpire's going to throw this ball back into play. Smith and Malone again. Been an interesting battle so far. Got his arm caught. Got a ball on boot somehow. Ball drifting inside, taking 50. Good handball it off. Steps, weaves, dodges, couldn't stay in. Another boundary throw in.
Yeah, that's Jalen Curtis, who's been doing some strong tackling for the Demons up forward.
They've got to try and lock the ball in here, the Demons. Don't give the Sharks an easy out. They're kicking into a pretty strong breeze at the moment. Got to give themselves plenty of opportunity. Speaking of easy opportunity, the Sharks got that one. Ball drifting around. Good tackle there late on Nice. Another stoppage.
See Miller and Fraser, it's been a mouth-watering matchup, but Miller's been able to get off the leash a few times and create, when they've got the footy, and probably Fraser can't keep up with him.
His clearance work has been brilliant in this second quarter.
Speaking of the devil, here's Fraser.
Here's Fraser. Good kick. That's a great mark.
Man, Caraho.
Stretched. That's taken the ball at its highest point. Kick to the forward pocket. Good effort there. Williams couldn't cut it off.
That's beautiful foot skills by the Surfers Paradise Demons. Then they used the ball so well.
Now, I'm not sure. I think it's Jamison Shea down there, number 31. I saw number 3 on the back. It's definitely not Woodburn. Decides to go back in short. That's okay. Opens up the angle. That's to Kennedy. Pretty hard to identify players, so apologies if we get it wrong during the day, ladies and gents. The clash of jumpers is pretty crazy. As Kennedy comes in for his first of the afternoon. Right foot kick, up and under. That's straight, that's true. And all of a sudden, they've opened up the lead again. 19 points in favour of the visiting side. 6-3-39 to 3-2-20. 12 and a half minutes played second quarter, Jack.
Yep, that was a good goal. I think that goal, you're right. I think that might have been Axel Moore kicked that goal. As I said, it's hard to pick the numbers up.
Axel Moore.
Yeah, I think it's the, you're right, the Indigenous jumpers, they look fantastic, but it's hard to pick that red number up from a distance. So, but I think you'll find that Axel kicked that goal.
Geez, you'd almost love them to have the black numbers on the back, wouldn't you? Axel Moore moves back into the midfield. First of the afternoon for Axel. And all of a sudden, the Sharks instantly under the pump. Smith got the tap out again. But it looks like O'Sullivan's going to be first onto it here for the Sharks. Kicks to half forward. Finds a teammate. What's he going to do here? Huddy's long. Huddy. Haberfield. Huddy. Haberfield.
What a star. Just used his body really well, reads the ball, reads the cues off the foot really well. Great mark.
Haberfield decides to go long, back where the ball just came from. Gets cut off. I tell you, one person I haven't seen too much of this afternoon. We'll get back to that.
Well, that was a great mark by Campbell then, and he's just laid out a nice kick towards Bailey Reeves. We'll probably have a shot on goal. He's a fair way out there, Kane, but...
the ones I haven't seen, you know, the likes of Byron French and players like that have been extremely quiet for the Sharks. And that's not the best that kicks back in board. I think that's Kennedy on that occasion.
No, it's Axel again.
Axel again.
Number 10.
I'm gonna stuff that up all day long between those two.
They do look the same a little bit, don't they? It is hard.
30 and 10. Good luck. Ball ends up back with Haberfield on the last line. Bit of a brave kick. Not good enough there, Malone. Good enough to cut it off.
Well, he's been great in the ruck contest today, Malone. He's been having a really good season of the games that he's been able to play. And this is a great chance for him to get a goal. So great play.
Well, Malone, the number one hit-out getter for the Sharks this season. He's got 301 before this game. Comes in. That right foot, that's going to get pushed to the left. Another minor score. 3-3. 3 goals a margin, 18 points. Not a lot different between these two sides this afternoon. Plenty up for grabs. Possible top 6 berth for Surfers. The Sharks want to maintain their ability to possibly get a home final. Williams gets wrapped up by Jewell. Jewell's probably the biggest forward for Surfers Paradise today. Woodburn instantly gets claimed, got the handball out somehow. Here's a chance for the Sharks though. Reardon's around the mark. Got slammed to the ground, says the umpire. Was the young man.
Yeah, guess who?
Raphael Gizu. Gizu. Right foot. Is that a free kick? Yes, it is. It's going to the Demons. Bit overzealous with the body work. A long way away from the footy.
Yeah, Benson just probably...
And that's going to Albie Jones. Albie Jones kicks to that far side. Reaching over the back was Reardon. Couldn't take clean possession, but here's a chance for the Sharks on the rebound. Hosfeld kicks towards goal. Open goal square. Not quite. Minor score again. They're just peppering away in the second quarter, the Sharks. Can't quite get a major on the board. Again, going to go to that far side. Way too easy there. It looks like that's O'Sullivan. Instantly plays on, got the handball off to Hosfeld, and instantly gives the ball up though. Here's a chance for the Demons. Oh, look at the numbers through the corridor. Here they go. Shocking handball. Instantly put his teammate under the pump. But that's a high tackle. Got lucky on that occasion. They were away. That's Woodburn too. Woodburn chips the ball out wide. They're set up pretty well down the line. Reardon's trying to move to position. It's going to head towards him. He's going to run the footy. Takes an easy mark in the end. Instantly plays on. Right foot kick. Front of the goal square. Ball gets over the back. Williams is there. Going to get the handball now. Chips the ball in short. Finds a teammate. And that's Johnson. Cross half back. Johnson back in board. That's okay. Again, slow and steady. Finds a teammate in Bailey Reeves, the former Broadbeach product. Kicks the ball to centre forward. Looking for Huddy. Gets over the back somehow. No, that was Malone. Oh, kicks the ball off the ground somehow. Ball rolling more so towards the boundary line. Gets pushed over the line. Boundary throw in left forward pocket.
Yeah, a little toe poke there by young Benson, just trying to keep the ball alive. And rolls out though. So a stoppage inside their forward 50. They had plenty of inside 50s this quarter, have the Sharks. Can they capitalise?
Ball gets thrown back in. Malone's there almost on his own for the Sharks. Forces the ball towards the goal square. Ball gets over the back. Tried to keep it in with the Demons. Kick off the ground. Boundary throw-in was definitely under the pressure, so good decision by the umpire on that occasion. But they're really feeling the pinch at the moment, the Demon defence. Haberfield's been really strong on the last line for them. Young man Tyrrell kept a close eye too. He's done well in Anderson. It's a little bit off this pack at the moment. Ball comes to ground. Free kick going to the D's. Just releases the pressure gauge a little bit. Where do they go from here, though? They don't want to get stuck across their half back line. And the Sharks just kicking it back in. Good contested mark. Play on, says the umpire. Not paid. Got to be clean possession here for the D's. Coming out of trouble. That's a brilliant handball. And he's out and running. Here's a chance. Going inside 50. Great effort. Good ball movement. Good transition. Instantly handballs it off. Running into an open goal. Too easy for the D's on that occasion.
Yeah. No, a great goal there to Jamison Shea. They're just running in numbers and swarmed with great pace through the middle of the ground.
Geez, that kick back in the middle, back through the corridor was absolutely brilliant. Super dangerous. Took the mark and was instantly off and running. They had 3-on-1. They just play, every time they get a little bit of space there, they just want to play on at every possible opportunity, the Demons.
You're right, Kane. They're happy to take the game on. They got that ball down there and, quick thinking by John Boxer, an experienced player, just a handball over the top as he ran past, and they just didn't run with them. Where was the midfield? Where was the defence? They just couldn't run with them. So that could be an ominous sign.
They've done so well in their transition from sort of half back to half forward. They've been so much better than the Sharks before in the first half of this game. Smith brought the ball to the front. That ball's not going anywhere. It's almost the Ron Barassi sort of game plan, isn't it, from Matty Lappin? Just play on at every possible opportunity. Tried the don't argue. Couldn't get clear. That could be holding the man. Free kick to the Sharks. That's Miller again. He's had a really good second quarter as Miller.
He has, yeah. It's been a good battle, and he certainly has really lifted this term, having a good game.
He's had 3 or 4 clearances. That's not the best of kicks. And again, instantly play on. Woodburn chips up the line to Jewell. About 90 metres out from goal. Way too far out. Kicks the ball into space. That is a ridiculously good kick. Unfortunately, his teammate couldn't take possession. Here's a chance for the Sharks. They've called that a throw.
You're right, Ken. That was a beautiful kick, a smart kick there by Jewell. Unfortunately, he couldn't run on and take the mark, but he saw the gap and the speed. Good chance now to go forward.
That's Shea again. Kicked a goal just before. Kicks the ball to the pocket. Williams got over the back, didn't get a fist on the footy. Paddon's there for the D's. And all of a sudden they spend a fair bit of time defending, and all of a sudden they find themselves in attack mode, and the Sharks' defence instantly under the pump. Ball's going to get thrown back in. 7-3-45. 23 points the margin going into half-time here. 22 minutes played. Ball just rolling around about 20 out from the D's goal.
A clever tap out there by Smith. He just taps it to the hot spot, and it just puts tremendous pressure straight away on the defence.
Smith again. Look at that for a tap out again. Brought it to ground, almost hit the target. Tried to get the ball on boot. Oh, look at the attack from Woodburn. That's a high tackle.
He put his head over the footy. He drove his legs through there, and there's a bit of a
push and shove
going on now.
Now, don't be silly here, Demons. You've got the free kick. Just walk away. Sammy Jewell in there, just telling his teammates, don't get sucked into this any of this rough stuff. That was great attack by Woodburn on the contest, front and centre. Yep. Got to the perfect spot, hit the pack hard, and got tackled high. So sets up his first goal of the afternoon. He's had a better back half of this second quarter as Woodburn. Comes in, right foot, stabs at the ball, but it's okay. They've pushed the margin out further. 8-3-51 to 3-4-22.
A 5-goal second term. We wanted to know what that quarter, what was it like going up, what we think to received wind from where we're sitting, Kane. And the Demons have been fantastic. They're setting themselves up for a dominant first half. 51 plays 22, and as much as they've had a few good centre clearances and they've had a few good looks inside forward 50, have the Sharks, but they haven't been able to capitalise.
It's so demoralising, isn't it? You spend a good chunk of time down there in attack, you just can't get a major on the board, and unfortunately, realistically, came out super quick. First real opportunities the D's have had in the last 5 minutes, and they kick a goal. It's so demoralising for a side sometimes when that happens. Huddy's been moved into the ruck against Smith. He couldn't get to the contest, but almost ended up with it. Miller again. Gets claimed. 6-6 rule in effect here. That looks like it was Duran. Handball to the self. That's okay, the young man there. That's Luxton. Gets forced over the boundary line. Campbell Aston. Bit of push and shove here, right in front of us. Now that's silly.
Yeah, they made their point, but then they just went that one step too far.
Carbone.
He gets a free kick, Carbone.
Was almost pleading for someone to go a bit too far. Kicks the ball back to Williams. Williams, not quite sure where to go. He decides to switch it. They've been a bit slow, methodical this quarter. Don't want to make a mistake. Here's the milestone man in Thompson. Hasn't had a lot of possessions of the footy. Here comes the D's again. Oh, worm-burning kick. Great effort to Jewell. They got players streaming into the goal square. Jewell goes to the pocket. Oh, juggling attempt at the mark. Worms is first onto it. Couldn't really get to the contest in the end. But look at the attack from the Demons. Instantly gets smothered. They've got another opportunity. Ball ends up being handballed back in. Players dive on it. That ball's not going to go anywhere, surely. Can't get the handball out. That could be holding the ball. No, says the umpire.
Well, pressure on both sides. You know, they defended quite well, but geez, the athleticism of the forward line. I was at the start thinking how they're going to kick their goals. Well, I'm seeing it now.
Geez, the energy is up for the Demons. Smith roves his own tap out, trying to get the ball out. Huddy lays a pretty good tackle. Couple of whistles there. Looks like it's going to be another stoppage. He was pretty quick on at the umpire on that occasion. They've got to find a way out of here. Huddy just hacks the kick out. Good effort there. That's Benson. Been quiet as well. Holding the man, says the umpire. So here's a chance for the Sharks to counter-attack. Instantly plays on. They're streaming into attacking 50. Oh, guess who? It's Smith. Decides to play on. Kick to the pocket. Looking for Carbone. They didn't have anyone forward of Smith. Carbone was back in board. And smart play by Smith to hit the target. About 35 out directly in front.
Well, one of the players I was looking for a bit of a lift from, and there's a tough role, and that's Josh Brown up forward. But he's taken a mark up. He's worked his way up the ground up to sort of the halfback flank, won that footy, and now he's got the ball going inside his forward 50.
Carbone. No love lost between these two sides. That's better from the Sharks. That's what they needed. They've kicked their fourth of the afternoon. 4-4-28 to 8-3-51. Just a tick over 27 minutes played second quarter. And again, the transition, a bit of open space in the corridor. And that transition worked extremely well for the Sharks on that occasion, Jack.
Yeah, and good work by Carbone. He ran hard in there, created to become an option. And a nice way to kick in his out to take the mark. And more importantly, finish the good work off for the Sharks. So it keeps them right back in the contest. If they can get another late one, you know, at the end of the day, I think they'll mop up what's been a challenging quarter for the Sharks.
Well, a lot of that first quarter was the Sharks dominating. This second quarter has definitely been more the Demons. They've gone right on top. That goal back for the Sharks is so important going into halftime. Doran looking to clear. Got the handball out somehow. Here's a chance. That kick's going down the full. Looks like all the reserve players from the previous game are lined up right in that spot there where that ball headed. Here's a chance for Aston. Didn't hit the ball well at all, the contact. A little bit annoyed with himself there. Good intercept by Luxton. Luxton going to head straight up towards Aston. Oh, that's a great contested mark by the young man.
Yeah, Reeves.
In Bailey Reeves.
Yeah, good mark.
It's one thing he's extremely good at, contested mark. Not the best at kicks. Here's a chance. Malone slams his opponent into the ground. It's one thing I've noticed with Malone this year. When the ball hits the deck, he's quite agile for such a big man.
Oh, he's had a really good season. The games that he has played, he's certainly more than held his own in the ruck today. He's won his fair share of hit-outs against the experienced Smith. Got the strength, hasn't he?
Yes, he does. Looking for Johnson. Couldn't get any room to move there. Ball comes up again. Malone got the tap down. Here's Miller again. Not the best of handballs, trying to clear the ball. Miller might end up with it again. Dives on the footy. Instantly gets claimed. Got to get it out, boys. Umpire comes in. Another stoppage. O'Sullivan's a little bit quieter at the back end of this quarter. He had a pretty good second part of the first. Just seen off to the right of this contest. Now, Hosfeld came in, took Woodburn out. Advantage pay. Kick towards the pocket. Good mark. Williams somehow, but he's chopped the arm, so it's going to be a free kick to Jewell.
A fantastic kick by Shea once again. Kick to advantage. Made the defender reach across, and that's where the arms got chopped.
Now, Jewell, no one really in the goal square for the Demons. He's going to go for goal. That ball's drifting to the right. Minor score. 8-4-52 to 4-4-28. Oh, had a chance to intercept. Reardon's there again for the D's. Instantly gets claimed and held up.
Clever play by Mullane. He just read the cues really well. Didn't quite take the mark, but really having a really good second term.
He's the nephew of the great Darren Mullane, former Collingwood champion.
Yeah, his father Sean, also an accomplished player at Southport and a few of the Gold Coast clubs.
Oh, it's good to see. Holding the ball, says the umpire. So, bit of a balancing act at the moment. Both sides trying to attack. Ball out wide. Ball's going to get over the back. First onto it there is probably going to be Luxton as the siren goes. Well, solid performance in that second quarter for the Demons. They came out firing. 8-4-52 to 4-4-28. 24 points the margin. And all of a sudden, Jack, going into half-time, the D's have got the ascendancy.
Yeah, well, I felt like Redland, they had, as I said, they had plenty of looks inside forward 50, but Surface Para was just, their foot skills, their basic fundamentals today have been fantastic. They're prepared to run in numbers, and they've kicked a 5-goal second term to set themselves up, to go into what's going to be a really interesting second half.
Well, that's all she wrote for the first half here at Total Workwear Park. We'll be back for third quarter QAFL action after the break. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to round 17 QAFL action. Coming to you live from Totally Workwear Park, the home of the Redland-Victoria Point Sharks. My name's Kane Brand, still joining the box by the great man Jack Barry. And Jack, this clash between the Sharks and the Surfers Paradise Demons is turning into a bit of an upset for the D's.
Well, potentially, as we said, we know they're a really well-coached side in last year's QAFL Coach of the Year in Matt Lappin, and you know, he's got an outstanding coaching record across AFL clubs and certainly VFL clubs, and certainly has had his influence on the Surfers Paradise Football Club, and that shows in the way that they move the ball, the way they play, the way they run in numbers, their foot skills. He's backed a lot of youth in. They take off, they make the ground wider if they need to, they try and take the game on, and they've been very, very impressive today. And as we know, Redlands have got some numbers out today, and but this provides opportunity for players that are thinking, you know, I want to play senior footy, just give me an opportunity. Well, they've got that opportunity, and these are the sort of days where Coach Carson is saying, okay, I want to see you step up and grab your spot.
No, you're definitely right, and we were discussing it just before. I mean, when you take the likes of, you know, Yagmore, Lamana Packow, Jack Rolls, Matty Hamilman, Clay Cameron, all these players are missing from this Sharks lineup this afternoon, and we're just searching desperately, trying to find that second sort of roving forward, because Huddy's been playing up there majority of the day. Got to try and bring the ball to ground a little bit more, set up some opportunities on goal.
Let's see if they can respond for Matty Thompson for his 250th.
They've got to start winning the ball out. Miller was good in that second quarter, clearing the ball. Here we go again, Smith and Malone. Surfers get the first clearance through Duran. Oh, that's a good contested mark. Looks like it's Semi-Jewel again. And he's starting to dominate that second part of the second quarter, and going into this third, he's starting to take some very, very decent contested marks and set up a few opportunities. Semi-Jewel. He's kicked 17 goals for the year. Gave it plenty of height and slams into the top of the goalpost. Minor score, missed opportunity. That took 40 seconds to get that shot on goal. As the Sharks look to clear again. Heads towards Malone and Smith. Huddy's there as well. The D's rove it though. That hat kick back forward, and it's Patton.
Well, he's got a good leg on him.
Mitchie Patton kicked an absolute doozy in the first quarter, and he's probably going to like his like the distance from here as well. He's right behind this kick, Jack. As he comes in, he's gone off the mark, gets caught to play on. That kick towards goal, no one on the goal line really. Minor score. Well, they've had a couple of chances early to increase the lead. They haven't taken them. 8-6-54 to 4-4-28. Minute and a half played in the third quarter. As the Sharks look to come out of trouble again. Huddy got to the back of the contest, brought the ball to ground. Campbell Aston took an airy. O'Sullivan lays the tackle. He's been a little bit off, Campbell Aston, today. Hasn't had a lot of room to move. As Woodburn comes to the contest again. Surfers with that hat kick forward. Juggling the attempt to the mark. No one can take clean possession. Good Shepherd off the ball. Here's a chance for the Demons. Use of handball is brilliant. A bit of space. Runs into an open goal. Again, they've had 3 shots on goal in the first minute and a half, 2 minutes. They haven't been able to kick a major.
That was Jamison Shea then. Had a good look at him.
8-7-55 to 4-4-28.
The inclusion of John Boxer today, he's just set up a lot of smart plays. He's a very clever player, just bringing other players into the game. Number 13 for the Demons. I've just watched him just use the ball. Here's Aston now.
Aston.
So he did this really well in the first term. Just behind the footy, set him up.
Decides to go right in front of us here, looking for O'Sullivan. Juggling attempt at the mark. Malone a little bit slow to react. O'Sullivan ends up back with it. Got the ball on boot. Just hacks it into open space. Good attack on the footy. He's had a pretty good day this afternoon, unfortunately. Off the side of the boot, the young man in Malone. Out on the full.
Well, Malane went one way, and his opposition player, Dylan Smith, went the other way, and Malane won the footy, which is a good attacking play, but just his execution just not quite there. A couple of out and abouts on the fulls for him today, but I like his attack on the footy.
Here we go again. He had a really good second quarter, Scotty Miller. Good attack on the contest, brought the ball to the front, but again, they've got the outnumber here from defence, the D's. That's not a great kick. Ends up in the hands of Hunkin. Hunkin kicks it in short. That's Bailey Reeves. He had a good second quarter as well. Reeves goes to half forward. Huddy attacks the pack hard, takes a good strong mark. Decides to go long to the goal square. See now the back somehow. Guess who it is? It's Brown.
That's the one we wanted to lift from.
We were thinking about it at half time. Can Brown start to step up, kick a couple of majors, give him a chance to get back in the contest? Geez, the outstretched arms on the last line just couldn't get a touch on the ball. Brown seen in the goal square, a metre out. Too easy on that occasion for the Sharks, and they hit back.
Well, yeah, that's right. That's a good call there, Kane. Good play by, again, we thought Brown is just too classy a player not to bob up somewhere on the line. He's a bloke you've got to keep your eye on all game long. How many goals he kicked this year?
He's kicked 29, so that's goal number 30 for him. He kicked 50 goals last year.
That's a great return as a small forward. He's putting him together back-to-back great seasons, and as I said, probably hasn't gone his way today, but there's only half a game yet, so he can still have a real influence.
Well, again, Surfers, like the Sharks early in that second quarter, peppered away. First opportunity to go forward for the Sharks, and they've ended up with a major. Well done to Brown. Oh, bit of a fumble there. Lost the balance. Woodburn, great effort. Handballs to a teammate. Kicks into an open goal. It's there. Instant response.
Well, that's the dangerous Fraser, as we spoke about him earlier in the game. Probably hasn't had as much of the ball around the grounds as he wants, but what he does, when he does touch the ball, it's of influence. And we saw that's his second goal now on the run, and he's able to kick for the Demons.
And that was Woodburn as well. They got the turnover. Woodburn, plenty of traffic, trying to get that handball out. Hit Fraser, lace out, didn't have to move. Ran into the open goal, and that was a great finish by Fraser.
And the Demons had 3 shots on goal, all missed the target. The skipper gets the footy and then just nails it on the run.
That's what you want. He's probably had less than 10 possessions today, Fraser, but like you said, Jack, what he's done with it has been really good.
Yeah, because Miller's had a great game as well, who's played on. He's ran off him, so he hasn't been able to go with Miller when it's been in defence.
They've both been in that sort of attacking mindset, those two, Miller and Fraser. That ball's going to get recalled.
It's an interesting one because he's thinking to himself, Miller, geez, he's kicked 2 on me. So goals are a premium.
And Miller's probably had 4 or 5 clearances all coming in that second quarter.
That's right. So both been good for their club.
This play continues. Here's a chance for the Sharks. Decides to go backwards before forwards. Good shepherd off the ball from Malone. That's a good contested mark. Kicks the ball looking for Woodburn. Drops the mark he probably should have taken. They've got the outnumber, but all of a sudden becomes a 2-on-1. Good juggling effort there. Woodburn's pleading for it. It's going to end up with it now. Look out. Oh, gets taken off the ball. Play on, says the umpire. Holding the ball.
Horsfield flexing the muscles there, just took Woodburn out with a hip and shoulder. Nothing wrong with it.
Geez, good attack. I think Woodburn heard you there, Jack. He gave a little glance to us in the commentary area. This is Malane. He's had a pretty good afternoon, Malane. Last time I said that, he kicked the ball out on the full. He's not going to do that this time. Bit of an up and under kick to half forward. They've got the outnumber. It was a 4-on-1, and guess what? The one got the free kick. Jewel. No one really in the goal square. Decides to go short. That was definitely the best option.
Is that Joey Kennedy? Let's have a look. Number 30.
Well, I'm trying not to stuff that up again. It's been happening all day. Kennedy. We finally got it right. Again, that breeze is sort of blowing to the left of screen. We're right behind this kick. Kennedy launches the ball high. It's long. It's there.
Well, that was a beautiful goal there by Kennedy. Kicked it nice and high and let the wind do the rest. You can give yourself every opportunity to score then.
Geez, that ball went post high from about 55 out. Not too bad.
But again, left unmarked inside forward 50 and was able to nail the goal.
They've definitely been able to lower their eyes. Their foot skills going inside taking 50 has been a lot better than the Sharks up to this point of the contest. And I tell you what, it just doesn't allow the likes of Williams just to sit back half a kick behind the play or that goalkeeper roll and just intercept at will. So
yep, unselfish footy, happy to reward the teammate in the best position.
Smart coaching, smart play.
Disciplined play by the Ds.
Aston's back in the middle of the ground for the Sharks. Malone and Smith. Been a good contest all day. A bit going on off the ball at the moment. Plenty of bodies flying around. Players dive on the footy again. Hosfeld looking to clear. He's got a bit of aggression going at the moment, Hosfeld. Not worried about throwing his body around. Again, tried to attack the footy. Didn't come out with it. Up and under kick. Look at the tackle of the ball here. Got to the front. Great effort by the Ds. They've got the outnumber. They've got to use the handball. Patton couldn't get clean possession. Here's a chance. Players dive on it again. Just inside attacking 50 for the Demons. 10-7, 67 to 5-4, 34. 33 points the margin. Highest margin of the day. Just under 10 minutes play. Woodburn ducked the head. Miller laid a good tackle. Holding the ball, says the umpire. No, that wasn't Woodburn on that occasion. That was Anderson. So a pretty good afternoon for the Ds. Intercept attempt. Play on, says the umpire. Not far enough. Here's Anderson attacking the pack. Ball gets over the back. They've got the outnumber. Steps back inside. Tried to find a teammate. Good vision there. Just kicks the ball across the ground. That was Johnson there. And here's a chance for the Sharks on the rebound. Kick over the top into space. Ball rolling towards the boundary line. No one can really keep it in. The Sharks do though. Handball back in board. That's better ball movement from the Sharks. Kick inside 50. Not the best. Ball comes to ground. Can't let the ball get behind towards the goal square. Ball rolling around. Here's a chance. Can't keep it in. On that occasion, that was Gisu again.
Yeah, great attacking play there by Robbie Campbell.
Robbie Campbell, that was the one.
In the blue boots, just attacking from the defence all the way through the midfield.
Here's an opportunity. They've got to try and get another major on the board. Over 5 goals the margin at the moment. 5.5 goals. 11 minutes played. Third quarter, premiership quarter. Huddy gets it out of the ruck. Hack kick towards goal. I thought that was coming back. Held the line. Minor score. 5-6-36 to 10-7, 67. 32 points the margin. Finds Haberfield. He's been really strong back there in defence all afternoon. Generally undersized against the likes of Huddy. That kick is brilliant. Good contested mark. They're moving the ball quickly again. Comes back into the middle of the ground. Smith drops the mark he probably should have taken. Miller's there again for the Sharks. Gets instantly claimed. He's going to say holding the ball.
Fraser.
Jeez. That's a great contest between those two at the moment.
Let's have a look at this kick.
Miller and Fraser. Fraser to the pocket. Kicks to the advantage. Almost got the arms chopped. Play on, says the umpire. Got a little bit over the shoulder. Yes, it is. Free kick going to the D's. Left forward pocket.
Just constant pressure. And it looks like we've got an injured Shark down there. It's a skipper in Stellard. He's all right. He's got himself up. He's all right.
And it's Patton.
Well, he knows where the goals are.
Well, considering we thought his distance has been good from about 55 or 60 this afternoon, he's got to think a little bit more about this kick. He's lining up for the drop punt. He's probably going to come around to the right. Right foot, cross the face. No, He snuck it in, would you believe?
Well, that's his third for the afternoon, Kane, and that's what players like him, they don't need a lot of possessions to be so effective.
That's their 11th of the afternoon, Jack. 11-7-73 to 5-5-35.
He's running off the ground for a spell now, but as I said, he's probably had 3 or 4, well, maybe 5 shots on goal. And
Kicked his 3.
Yep, and on par to probably potentially end up with 4 or 5.
He's arguably probably the smallest full forward I've seen for quite a while, but he's been doing it for a long period of time there at the Demons, and he's probably been averaging that sort of 40 to 50 goals a year. So,
I remember the Surfers used to have Green up forward.
Green.
He was one of my all-time favourites. I love watching him play, and I think he won a Ray Houston medal one of the years and played state footy. But he wasn't overly tall, but very good with what he done.
That ball's going to get recalled again. Geez, that premiership year back in 2019, their forward line was ridiculously good.
So talented.
So talented. They lost a lot of numbers as soon as they won that flag. They've got a new setup, new coach. They're doing well. Sharks coming out of defence once more. It's a 2-on-1. Reardon let his teammate take the mark, and that's 50.
That's a tough one. I don't quite understand.
That's
anyway.
Anderson.
But look, there's plenty to like here. There's such a young and athletic side, Surfers Paradise. So plenty to like that Coach Lappin's put together with this roster.
The height they've got, whether it's in defence or forward, they're very agile, aren't they?
They are,
so it's
yeah.
not the big body, tall
No.
ruckman key forward. Very agile in the air and on the ground, sets up plenty of opportunities and makes opposition defences work extremely hard to try and close them down. Anderson, line up for the D's 12th. That's coming back, not far enough. Minor score. 18 scoring shots to 10 since the start of this contest. 15 minutes played, premiership third quarter. As the Sharks again trying to come out of trouble. That was through Annabelle. He's been a bit quiet this afternoon. Not the best at kicks. Turns it over. The D's looking to attack again. That's a booming kick to about 30 out. Players come together. Ball gets over the back. Good tackle laid there by the D's. Ball rolling around. Who can take clean possession? So many numbers around this contest. That ball's not going anywhere. Stoppage about 25 out directly in front. Can't give another goal up here, the Sharks defence. So many numbers inside defensive 50 for them. Rolling towards the boundary line. Can he keep it in? Yes, he does. They're trying to come out of trouble. Carbone got the handball off. Turned it over somehow. Kick to the goal square. Great kick. Is that Kennedy again?
Yeah, not sure who got that kick away. It was either Luxton or Nice, but it's
I
a
think
nice kick.
I think it was Nice on that one.
But
Done the Dusty Martin routine. Kicks the goal.
that was Crozier.
Crozier, that one.
Kicks the goal.
First of the afternoon for him.
And, yeah, the Demons right on top now.
They've kicked 12 goals and they've got 9 separate goal kickers, Jack. So they're sharing the load around. Other than Patton, who's kicked 3, the major goal kicker on the ground so far, they've had 9 out of the 12 goals coming from separate goal kickers.
Yeah, well, Fraser's kicked 2, you're right, and Patton's kicked 3. The rest have all been single goal kickers. And I think that's what we spoke about. I asked the question at the start, well, who's going to kick all their goals? And like all good football teams, they spread the load. They're not relying on one particular person.
Well, if you say Patton, who's the full forward, he's kicked 3. Fraser hasn't had a lot of possessions playing in that midfield battle. He's kicked a couple. Other than that, it's come from a well-drilled Surfers lineup. Woodburn trying to come out of traffic. Oh, step, weave, dodge, left foot. Great kick.
Nancaro out of the middle. Caleb Nancaro, number 35.
How good was that?
Just kept his feet, agile. As I said, one of those players.
And 50.
Another, that's his second goal. He's going to kick with 50 metres.
Now, is this just out of frustration for the Sharks? I'm not sure, because there's been plenty of verbal going around, and the umpires are definitely not putting up with it. Smith. Easiest kick he'll have. Comes in. Right foot. Another major on the board. That's the 13th going to the D's. 13-8-86. They're starting to blow the Sharks off the park. 5-5-35. 18 minutes played. Premiership quarter. Coming to you live from Total Workwear Park. This is round 17 QAFL action.
Well, they've got Labrador Tigers breathing down their neck, Surface Paradise, with a superior percentage, I think. So this is going to be, looks like it's going to head towards a 4-point win for the much needed 4 points for Surface Paradise, but more importantly, they're going to have a bit of percentage as well along the way. So unless the Sharks can bounce back, and we've seen them do it before. They played in the grand final last year, so Cass will probably throw the magnets around and see what he can get a bite from someone.
Well, they're leading Noosa at the moment, 122-54 are the Tigers. Hosfeld coming out of the middle of the ground. Woodburn got taken off the ball again. It's probably the third or fourth time. Carbone, great tackle. Could have been holding the ball. No, said the umpire. Here's a chance. They've got the outnumber, and the umpire's found a throw. Again. Geez, that last possession, they're just getting demoralised and penalised. Are the Sharks? And every time the D's seem to be under a bit of pressure, mistakes are made or a little bit of luck, and they get a reprieve. Surface in short. Looking back in board. Decides to go backwards to Mullane. Mullane, bit of run and carry. Kicks the ball out wide. That's okay. That's Bidsell out there. Reardon dropped the mark he should have taken. Here's a chance for Chapman. Kicks the ball back in board. Is he going to pay the mark? Yes, he is. And it looks like it's Smith again.
And Smith has given him something up for it all day today, hasn't he, when he's had an opportunity. Just kicked the one goal, I think, 1-1.
Yes.
So, but you're right. The drop mark was the key there. Just didn't quite hold the footy, and then made to pay the price.
Well, can be very damaging score from turnover. Reardon will be kicking himself on that one. As Smith for goal number 2. It's there. There's a little bit of life in the Sharks yet. 6-5-41 to 13-8-86. 45 points the margin. 20 and a half minutes played. And Jack, right now, what can they do? How can they, throw the magnets around maybe? Try and set up a little bit of unexpected situations that the Demons aren't prepared for.
Yeah, well, I thought that it looks like, I wonder if they're going to throw Chapman into the middle. Just need to get their hands on the ball if they can, and just get some repeat entries inside forward 50. Aston's in there. They've got Miller again. Whether they throw a bigger body in there than O'Sullivan, I'm not too sure.
They've definitely... You got Malone resting at full forward now. Huddy's in the ruck. Look at the leap there from the young man in Luxton. He's done well since half time. Yep. His third quarter's been really lively. Miller with a free kick. Goes short. That's Johnson. Johnson inside attacking 50. Looking for Malone. Malone was lucky. Lifted the elbow there. Very lucky indeed, lean out from full forward. Got to be careful. Sutherland got tackled. Malone in the ruck. Taps it back into the corridor. Woodburn's there for the D's. And that's Williams. Williams instantly goes back inside to Huddy. Huddy sees something he likes down the line. Malone couldn't take the mark. Ball gets over the back. First on to the D's. They're going to kick the ball straight back to where it came from. Reardon.
That's a better mark.
Well, he turned it over before and they kicked the goal. He wasn't going to drop that one. Kicks the ball in short. Decides to go wide. That's a shocking kick to Brown. Intercepts.
Well, that's what he does. He's an opportunist, Brown, and he makes the most of his opportunities.
Now, not quite sure on his range here, Brown. Kicking into a little bit of a breeze. He's going to go long. to the goal square. Malone's there for the Sharks. Ball comes to the front. Johnson's there. Players dive on it. That could be holding the ball. No, says the umpire. Here's another opportunity. Smith and Malone. Malone gets it out of the ruck. Ball comes to ground. Players dive on it.
Yeah, strong tackle in there by O'Sullivan.
O'Sullivan and Reardon going at it. Not Reardon, sorry, Woodburn. That hack kick forward, just offline.
Yeah, Johnson again.
Johnson. 6-6-42 to 13-8-86. 44 points the margin. 23 and a half minutes played. Nice has got it here for the D's. Goes out wide. They've got a little bit of an overlap. Duran was working hard. He's still there. He's going to take the mark now.
Doran does the kick-ins, and he nearly picks up 3 or 4 possessions before he gets out of the defensive 50, but he's allowed to run off by himself and become a target for the players to kick through.
Doran kicks it up the ground. Ball comes to the front. Couldn't take possession. Here's a chance for Campbell Aston. Handballs it off. Kick back inside 50. Malone's there. Guess who? Haberfield. Playing in front. Here come the D's trying to clear again. Got to take the mark here. Ball gets over the back. First onto it are the D's. Johnson was trying to shut that down. Little short kick's okay. Finds Jones. Jones back into the corridor. That's better ball movement. Off to Woodburn. Got nowhere to go. Huddy shuts him down. Got the handball out. Play on, says the umpire. Chapman handballs the ball back in board. That was Hamilton. Hamilton. Oh, that's a shocking collision. Is that Smith?
No, I think that's Young Smith. Yep.
Was that Duran?
No, Fraser.
Fraser. He might be in a little bit of strife after that. We'll keep an eye on that as the game progresses. A little bit too overzealous. Got him high. Play on. Goes to the goal square. Plenty of numbers around this. Malone again gets up and takes the mark.
Well, that's been the big change this quarter. They're throwing them deep in forward 50 and trying to find a target down there. Can he finish off?
Huddy might be a bit more versatile in the ruck. Malone might be a great move by Coach Cass. He's got to kick the goal though. Comes in. It's there.
Yeah, well, that's a good move. You think he's going to go back into the middle of the ground, is he?
I hope not. Looks like he is.
They're just changing out of the square. The old school football. The ruckmen, they don't come off the ground. They just change out of the forward pocket.
Well, it's the biggest forward pocket I've seen for a long, long time. It was always good when coaches would say to you, okay, you know, you've been working your backside off. Now just go forward for a rest. You go, a rest? I'm the biggest forward in forward 50. What do you mean a rest? Now he's back in the ruck. He's been good this third quarter, has Malone. He had a pretty good second quarter as well. Ball goes up. Smith got the tap down. Ball rolling around. Woodburn trying to lay the tackle. Ball ends up with the D somehow. Hack kick forward. Couldn't take clean possession. They're trying to come out of trouble once more. Instant turnover. Right foot kick. Into an open goal. It's there.
I think that's Fraser again.
Fraser. Talk about a bloke who's taking his opportunities today. He's kicked 3.
And there have been 3 class goals, no question about it.
Clearance goals, hasn't it? From
on the run, on the move. From such a good finisher, such a classy player. As I said, doesn't need a lot of time and space. He's had his work cut out for him in transition today, but certainly when the balls have been in his hands, he's been so effective.
It's probably the 3rd or 4th time too we've seen Sharks work so hard to get an opportunity on goal. They kick the goal, ball comes back in the middle, and Surfers have been able to instantly respond with a major of their own. It's been really good from the Demons, sorry. Woodburn Goes to ground when he probably shouldn't have. Here's a chance for the Sharks to respond through Campbell Aston. Couldn't take the mark on that occasion. First onto it is Smith. Probably could have been held with a ball. No, says the umpire. Ball rolls over the boundary line. Between half forward and the forward pocket there for the Sharks. 28 minutes played. Love to get another major with the Sharks going into three-quarter time. 44 points the margin in favour of the Demons. You'd hate to let a lead like this slip. Brown is roaming around for the Sharks. Hosfield's there as well. Got the handball out. Kick off the ground. Oh, Haberfield. Talk about goalkeeper. Slams the ball over the line. Last line of defence. Great effort there by Haberfield. That was Gisu showing off his soccer skills. That would have been just about goal of the year. Williams juggling. Great contested mark there.
Yeah, Curtis.
He's been good this afternoon, has Curtis.
Yeah, done a lot of bullocking work.
He's had a few opportunities that saw a third man up. He's taken a number of contested marks this afternoon. Not quite sure where to go from here. Few spare numbers behind the footy, which means the Sharks should have the outnumber forward of the footy. Players come together, and that's Malone and Williams.
He's cleaned up his own.
I'm sorry, but Williams, I've got no idea how you get up from that contest. They've instantly turned the ball over again. Play continues. Malone's going to end up with this again, is he? No. Juggling attempt to the mark. Kick off the ground. Airy. Dangerous kick back inboard. What's going to happen here? Surface first onto it. Good attack on the ball. Instantly gets claimed. Another stoppage. Jeez, William, how do you get up from that? Seriously, Malone looks like he's about 110 kilos. Coming back with a fight on the ball.
Well, we saw about four Redland-Victoria Point players all fly together.
Oh, yeah, talk about friendly fire. They could have taken 5 blokes out there. They all got up and walked away, though, as the Sharks got the free kick at half back. Kicks right up the middle of the ground. Good contested mark there. Gisu had to bring the ball to ground there. They had a couple of extra numbers. Great contested effort there.
This is Beardsall.
Beardsall. He's been good in the third quarter as well. Again, the foot skills have come to the fore. They haven't missed too many targets. He's going to go long. Inside taking 50. Williams doing the wrestle again. Not quite sure where they're going here, the Sharks. Dangerous kick across the ground. And that's okay in Finch. Probably the first time he touched the ball all day against his old side. Not sure where to go. He's used to being a forward. Kicks the ball across to Williams. Williams in short again. Good contest. Mark paid. They've got to start moving here, the Sharks. Kick up the ground. They've got to go. They've got a little bit of room to move. Looking for O'Sullivan. Drops the mark. He definitely should have taken. Good effort there by Stallard. Locks the ball up. I tell you another one from Surfers. John Boxer.
Yeah.
The small... He has been really good. He was named as an emergency. Came into the lineup.
Yeah, experienced player, clever, smart ball user, happy to bring other players into the game, which he's been doing today through handballs.
Fraser trying to run through the pack. And that was Curtis again, laying the tackle. Again, the Sharks defence under the pump. Malone, he's had a massive third quarter, trying to get his side back in it. O'Sullivan hands it back in. That's Hosfeld. Kicks the ball in short to Huddy. Now, Huddy could be within range here. As the siren goes for three-quarter time, he's got an opportunity to kick their eighth.
Well, that was great work by Hosfeld. He really took the game on. He ran with speed and then squared the ball up. And this is a much-needed goal now to Huddy. If he can kick this one, give a bit of momentum going into three-quarter time.
Got to kick the goal to give him some hope. It's a pretty large margin at the moment. Comes in, left foot, it's going, it's there! Well done to Huddy, well done to the Sharks. A kick after the siren at three-quarter time. They find a major, 8-7-55 to 14-8-92.
Well, interesting quarter. Wasn't it a 6-goal term to the Demons? And then a late goal to the Sharks sees them kick 4. So, as I said, that might be just a little bit. They've got one big roll of the dice to do this for Matty Thompson. But so far, it's been Surfers Paradise superior foot skills across the ground. That's made them look like they've got a decent lead at three-quarter time.
Well, is it too much of a hill to climb for the Sharks? We'll find out in the fourth quarter here, live from Total Workwear Park, round 17 QAFL action. We'll be back in a few moments.
That's not 50 from Mum for 3. Well, see, he broke his leg. He came from the title boom, right? Broke his leg. He didn't play for 18 months. He came back 3 weeks ago. 47 years of age. Kicked 9 goals. Harvey. He's got 6 years.
Yes, it was a good turnout. Wasn't unexpected.
Oh, that's why he put me on 445. He's going to get AFL games.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Sets up a brilliant last quarter bid. Can the Sharks come back? They're trailing at the moment, 8-7-55 to the D's, 14-8-92. Round 17 QAFL action. My name's Kane Browning, still joined in the box by the great man Jack, and Jack sets up a interesting final quarter. The D's have been on top all day. Can the Sharks come back?
Well, the D's have been fantastic today, no question about it, but the game is all about momentum, doesn't it? And that last goal, does that just give them the spark that they need? As I said, they're playing for, Matty Thompson, saluting for his 250th game today, but they just haven't been able to kick multiple goals in a row. But this final term, good home crowd here. Let's see what the Sharks have got left in them.
Well, here we go. It's been brilliant all afternoon. Looks like Huddy's starting in the ruck for the Sharks. Up against Smith. Huddy gets the clearance. Inside out Torp. Good luck marking that, boys. O'Sullivan's moved forward as well. But good defensive effort there by the D's on the last line once more.
Yeah, LB Jones, strong in defence.
Albie Jones is another one who's been good. We're trying to work it out. There's probably 8 or 9 names you could pick from.
Been a team performance, hasn't it?
This afternoon with the D's. Malone, again, one of the better players for the Sharks this afternoon. That third quarter was huge from him. Decides to go long. Looking again for O'Sullivan. They've decided to go a bit shorter in their forward line, the Sharks, which is interesting. Handballs it out. O'Sullivan missed the tackle he probably should have laid. That hat kick forward again. Oh, guess who it is? Oh, not paid. Malone got the handball out. Kicks the goal. That's what they needed.
Well, that'll get them up and about. That's Bailey Reeves. Again, a nice kick. All started from the skipper in Stellard out in that outer wing. Got a nice big kick inside forward 50. They kept the ball alive. Unfortunately, nearly took that mark, but he fell to ground, and the other boys were able to keep their feet.
Geez, Haberfield just had to gulp that mark, didn't he? Because it was a 3-on-1. You knew if that ball came to ground, he was in trouble. Did everything right, but clunk the mark. And Malone again at ground level got the handball out.
So a big clearance from the opening bounce. So that'll be, can they be effective when the ball goes inside forward 50, the Sharks?
Back to 31 points the margin. I tell you what, if the Sharks can kick the next one quickly, game is on. Smith. Huddy couldn't get to the contest, but he still ended up with possession of the footy. Smith and Huddy again. Huddy probably got the tap. Then Smith roves it. So basically, Huddy gets the tap, Smith roves. If Smith wins the tap, Huddy's roving. Here's another opportunity. Smith got that one a little bit clearer. Kick towards the boundary line. Boxer is running out there for the Demons. First onto it. The Sharks, again, goes to ground. Stellard got the clearing kick. Can't let this ball get over the back. Is that a free kick to the Demons? No, it's going to the Sharks. Here's an opportunity. Got to go back onto the mark. That's Finch there against his former team. Left foot goes long. Smith is there. Oh, taps it down to Huddy. What's going on there? Couldn't get the ball on boot. Clearing kick. Dives on the footy. Got the handball out. Ball rolling around. Players dive on it. It's going to be a stoppage about 40 out from the Sharks' goal. 31 points the margin. 3 minutes played. Final quarter. The Demons desperate for a win to keep their finals hopes alive. That hat kick towards full forward. Malone couldn't win possession. Ball bounces over the boundary line.
Again, good clearance by Miller. Just didn't quite hit his target, but it was a great kick inside forward 50. Been a danger, probably one of their better players today. There's no question about it.
Malone in the ruck. Look at the space goal side here from this ruck contest. Surfers might need to drop one in there, which they're doing right now. Haberfield moves into that spot. Malone hacks the ball towards the boundary line. Brown was first onto it, couldn't keep it in. Got to cover goal side here, the Demons. Can't let a rover run through the open space there and get a snap on goal. Malone and Smith once more. Brings the ball to the front. Brown attacks the footy. Instantly gets claimed. Another stoppage, about 15 out in the left forward pocket for the Sharks. Got to get some reward for effort here early in the last quarter. Players come together again. Another stoppage.
Miller putting his head over the footy there. Thought he might have got a slightly high free kick, but no, not paid.
Again, comes to the back this time. Players pleading for a free kick. Again, Johnson there for the Sharks laying a solid tackle.
Yeah, clever play. Just don't need to release the ball. Just make sure you hold it in. Have another stoppage.
Malone again. Woodburn jumps up high. Instantly gets claimed. Jeez, who's going to win this battle here? The Demons look to clear. Here's the milestone man in Thompson. Playing game 250. Just launches the ball back inside attack. Malone gets to the front. Oh, players come together. Good tackling pressure there from the D's defence. Locks it up once more.
Yeah, it's pretty congested down there.
5 minutes played. Still 31 points the margin. Ball rolls towards the forward pocket. Haberfield couldn't get possession of the footy. Players dive on it. Ball's not going anywhere again. Smith there for the Sharks. He's kicked 2 this afternoon as Smith. Again, players come together. Got to be clean. Dives over the line. Minus score. That might be an important point. Now it's 5 goals the margin. Straight 30 points. 9-8-62 to 14-8-92. Tick under 6 minutes played. Final quarter. And here come the Demons out of defence. 1-on-1. Oh, good contested mark there.
Yeah, nice mark. Nice kick by Jewel. Oh, sorry, nice mark by Jewel. Nice kick by Doran.
He's been good this Jewel, that department. Jewel has been brilliant. He's probably taken 5 or 6 of those this afternoon when they've desperately needed him to. Now Jewel's working back forward. Not going to get to this contest. Ball comes to the front. Surfers have got possession. That was Anderson. That hack kick, that's okay to Reardon. Reardon's going to go. Kick to centre half forward. Patton's there for the D's. The milestone man was there for the Sharks. That hack kick to the goal square. It's not going to get there. Here's a foot race. The Sharks are going to win it. Got to be clean. Finds Huddy right at his bootlaces. Where's he going from here? It's going to end up right in front of us here in the broadcast area. O'Sullivan takes a chest mark in the end in front of Mullane. That kick back in board to Johnson. Johnson handballs it off. That kick inside attacking 50. Even numbers. Haberfield ends up with it. Got the ball over the back. They've got a bit of an opportunity here. Hosfeld looks like he's pushed forward, deep forward. That's a good kick. Finds Fraser. Fraser out wide. Kept the ball in.
This is Crozier.
Crozier. Been a little bit quiet. Former Western Bulldog. Only retired from the AFL last year. Ball kicked forward looking for Jewel again. Gets thumped over the line. Huddy was playing a few kicks behind the ball. He's moved into the ruck now, so Williams is going to have to go back and line up on Smith. That's Nankaro in the ruck now. Kick towards looking for Reardon. Still ends up with it, Reardon. Steps back in board, got the handball out. Could have got intercepted there from the Sharks. They get clean possession now. Dangerous kick out wide. That's okay. Got an opportunity to take off, and he does. Kick towards centre half forward. Oh, great body work there by Haberfield. Hosfeld. Oh, great attack on the ball. Could have been a free kick. No, says the umpire. Ball ends up rolling out somehow. That kick back in the board, looking for Woodburn. Puts his body on the line. Free kick.
Yeah, they took the body, not the ball, and the focus was on the body. Woodburn gets the free kick. Umpire says, bring it back. Bailey Reeves starting to get his hands on the football now for RVP.
When Woodburn has needed to go, he has, hasn't he? He's such a short man.
Yeah, definitely courageous. He knew he had to go then, he got whacked. And again, the focus is probably on the body, not the...
He's had plenty of treatment this afternoon as Woodburn, but he's got up every single time. Woodburn launches a kick towards half forward. Players come together. Ball comes to the front. Fraser's there for the D's. Instantly gets wrapped up.
Been a bit of a stoppage type of quarter, hasn't it, Kane? They're just happy to bottle it up, contest after contest. It's not allowing Redlands to be able to get the free-flowing game that they want to try.
Nancaro in the ruck for the D's. Annabelle was there for the Sharks. Ball cleared. Chapman was trying to cut it off. Tried to get the handball out. Play on, says the umpire. Look out. Players come together. No one really wanted to attack the footy. Kick to the forward pocket. You got Smith and you got Williams. Smith goes to ground. Ball rolls over. Boundary throw in right forward pocket for the D's.
The D's ringing the changes. Just 4 players just off and 4 players on.
Jill comes back on for the Demons. Nice back on for the Demons. Hosfeld comes off for the Sharks.
Miller back on.
Miller back on. Smith, Rose, left foot kick. It's home. Way too easy for the D's big man on that occasion.
Well, that's his third for the day, and I bet you the coaching staff for the Sharks were saying, how does that happen?
Well, they were a little bit unsure whether it was Huddy going in the ruck. Malone was back here in the middle of the ground playing as the tallest forward. So he was going to get there. And Smith just went, well, this is way too easy. I'm going to do it all myself.
We now have Smith, Fraser and Patton all have kicked 3 apiece.
Well, you got 9 goals between them out of the 15. Not too bad if you're the coach. And again, they stretch that lead out again. Redland desperately trying to get some majors on the board. They were taking pot shots there up the other end. And again, first chance they really had, the D's, they end up with a major. Here's a chance, Nancaro. Up and under. Good attack on the ball there. This guy's been good all day. I've loved his game, Curtis. Curtis to centre forward, looking for Reardon. Got pushed under the ball, surely. Play on, says the umpire. Jewel taps the ball to a teammate. There's a Sharks play down. Keep an eye on that. Reardon steps back inside. Chip kick, great vision. Oh, Woodburn drops the mark. He's not happy about it. And again, bit of extra treatment.
Thompson's the one, the veteran, getting up very, very gingerly.
No, it's Campbell Aston.
No, you said keep an eye on. Keep an eye on number 3.
Oh, yep, that's who it was, the milestone man. 1-on-1. Nancaro brought the ball to ground. First onto it, gets shoved over the line. Since half-time, Nancaro has been really, really good for the D's. Actually, that wasn't Nancaro. Right in front of us here. Oh, Luxton. Nancaro's in the ruck against Malone. First onto it is Fraser. Hack kick towards the boundary line. Are they going to keep it in? No, they're not. Boundary throw-in. Just under 13 minutes played last quarter. 36 points the margin. In favour of the visiting side, the D's. That tap out towards the boundary line. Campbell Aston was there. Somehow they kept it in, the D's. Kick to the forward pocket. Ball's not going to stay in that time.
I think he's played really well today as well, Axel Moore.
Oh, Axel Moore. No, you're right. As long as I can recognise the number, You can identify him. He has a real solid four-quarter effort.
He's been one of the better midfielders. Oh, he's giving a
From
piggy back.
Oh, who wants to be the backpack?
Campbell Aston asking the question, can you actually ride in the ruck like that?
Cancaro got the tap out. Here's another one in Boxer. Players come together. He's come off second best. Taking advantage for the hold the ball decision. Where to go from in? Nothing really going for Aston in front of the footy. Aston ends up with it. Handball to Smith. That kick back into the corridor. Dangerous, but it could work. The crowd screaming. Bailey Reeves. Play on, says the umpire. Holding the ball.
Well, a bit of confusion there. They had to be brave. They're trying to take the game on through the middle of the ground. Wasn't clear with the umpire's decision there, and there's been a turnover, and a big turnover now for the Demons in the middle of the ground.
Geez, the crowd is not happy. Free kick to the D's. Not the best at kicks. Kicking short to Smith. He's far up the ground. Handballs it back to Hunkin. Hunkin, not the best kick to Huddy. They've got the outnumber, the D's. Hosfield's going to chop this one off.
Worked hard today, Hosfield, hasn't he?
Has he what? He started across half back. He's generally a forward. Dangerous kick. Reardon puts the body on the line for the D's. Lays the tackle as well. Another stoppage. 15 minutes played. 9:8.62 to 15:8.98. 36 points the margin. It might be too much of a hill to climb at this point. Here come the D's. Hat kick off the ground. Finds Reardon again. Handballs it back. Might end up with it, Reardon. No, he doesn't. Kick the spot. Up and under. Players come together. Ball gets over the back. They've got to be good here, the Sharks. They've got the overlap going. This is Miller. Had a pretty good day as Miller. That handball got cut off. Forced over the boundary line by Woodburn.
Yeah, good forward pressure by Woodburn. Allowed it to go over the line, and another stoppage inside forward 50 for the Demons.
Well, keep an eye on your 3-2-1, Jack, as this quarter progresses. Just under 16 minutes played. Malone playing in front. Got the tap down. Here's a chance for the Sharks to rebound. Miller ends up with it. Woodburn chops it off. Then Miller chops it off. Ball rolls over the boundary line. Boundary throw in. As the sun begins to set. Beautiful day for footy, Jack, hasn't it? Not a cloud in the sky. Bit cooler as the sun goes down. Hosfeld again with the clearance. Mullane intercepts. It's been an interesting one when Mullane and Smith have lined up on each other.
Yeah, no, they both have had their impact for each of the teams today. This is where Mullane's such a good runner in play, but that's a part of his game. He's just got to probably tidy up. His foot skills aren't quite at the level.
Kept the ball in. Campbell Aston could have taken it. That was Annabelle. Oh, good show of Candy. Oh, does it again. Got the handball out. Play on, says the umpire. Had touched the ball 3 times in about 3 seconds. Sharks, again, looking to clear. Not the best of handballs. Looking for Hambleton. He's had a pretty quiet day for his standards. As Brown comes off the ground. He's put a solid effort in this last quarter. Has a well-earned rest. Malone. He's tried hard all day in the ruck. Ball goes up on its end. Kicked off the ground. Smith and Mullane come together again. This is the other Smith of the Zach variety. Good chase down tackle from Finch. Here's a chance for Malone. Oh, good tackle laid.
Yeah, good tackle there by Luxton.
The ball would have been out. They would have been gone, the Sharks, if Luxton didn't lay that tackle. Smith and Malone. Smith got the tap out. Ball finds Boxer. Handballs it back. Up and under kick. Who's going to attack it? Oh, Reardon.
He's the only one who wanted it.
There was 6 blokes wrestling, and Reardon went, stuff this idea. I'm just going to jog in and take an easy chest mark.
Yeah, good little clearance there by Fraser. Got the handball out of the pack. Gave her the opportunity for the Surface boys.
Oh, kick back in board.
Yep.
Found a teammate. Annabelle a little bit slow to react.
This is Fraser again, isn't it?
Fraser.
Yep.
Well, he's lined up for goal number 4. He hasn't had a lot of possessions, but he's given out some maximum damage towards the Sharks with the possessions he has had. Fraser comes in, kicking into a bit of a breeze. Right foot kick, coming back beautifully. It's there.
What a goal, what a day. He's 4 goals by Harrison Fraser, out of the middle of the ground, mind you. He's been fantastic. And, he's probably racked up. You'd be surprised the amount of possessions he does. A lot of bullocking work inside, a little handball here and there. So 4 goals caps off an outstanding day. It's been an interesting battle between him and Miller. Miller's probably been close to one of the best players for the Sharks. We've spoken about it early in the day. But, Fraser's been so effective, and he's hurt him where it hurts most, and that's on the scoreboard, Kane.
And that's the thing. You do have to really, we've talked about it a lot today, hasn't it? That contest between Miller and Fraser. Who do you take? I mean, in the end, Fraser with his 4 goals is probably just ahead of Miller today. Ball back in the middle. 42 points the margin in favour of the D's. Trying to keep their finals hopes alive. There's only a couple of weeks left after this weekend. Try and secure a final spot. Handballs it back. Kicks back in board. Not the best. Miller intercepts. He's got to go here. Handballs it off to Reeves. Kick towards goal. Out on the full.
Well, again, if Reeves could just finish off, he's had a really effective last quarter. A couple of goals again would have put the Sharks back into the game, but just hasn't quite had his range today. But it's good that he's finishing off strong.
Kick back in board, that's okay. The D's just trying to maintain possession. Oh, that's a brilliant kick. How good was that kick?
Well, we're saying it all day, Kane. Brilliant kick, lovely kick.
Foot skills have just been ridiculously good this afternoon.
Good decision making, all these sort of things, and this is what the Demons have brought to the table today.
Quick moving, quick thinking.
Prepared to run hard to create an opportunity for a teammate.
Oh, that's a shocking contest. Smith is down. Slow to get up. Reardon chips the ball back in board looking for Patton. Oh, great smother. Look at the numbers here for the Demons. They've got to get a goal from this. No.
Oh.
It was a 5-on-1.
I think that was Patton, Lee.
Patton.
Opportunities to goal. Here they go.
Carbone handballs it over to a teammate. Here's the young man in Gisu. He's shown some promise. This is Finch. He's been a bit livelier in the third quarter. Takes 2 bounces. Looking the left foot kick towards goal. That's not going to come back. And he's kicked that out on the full.
You had a couple of boys in the middle of the ground there. If you had to square that up.
Brown and Reeves were pleading for it in the middle of the ground.
Sitting there in the middle of forward 50 there.
And all the defence had rushed to Huddy because he was the tallest option.
Yep, needed to square that ball up if he had a chance.
Again, the foot skills.
Well, they're prepared to take the game on through the middle of the ground. They're prepared to pull the trigger on those kicks if it's there, and you back it in. I think coach has given them opportunity to do that.
That's a good kick. He's been really lively since he's come on the ground. Nancaro. Kicking board. Oh, missed the target. That could have been a free kick as well. Play on, says the umpire. That was Stella, the captain. He's tried his heart out all day. Smith handballs it off to Bailey Reeves. Now they're out. This is Brown. Slow, steady approach. Kicks towards goal. Sort of the story of the day, isn't it, really? He had all the time in the world to run into an open goal there and ends up missing it. A bit of perceived pressure, maybe. 16-9, 105 to 9-9, 63. Back to 42 points the margin. That kick found Finch.
You're right, Kane. He's come into the game since probably late in the third quarter, or midway through the third quarter. In this quarter, he's starting to become effective. So they've sort of just dropped off. But that's a good part of footy. Is the game's not over. You don't have a dirty day. You can still make it a positive day.
Well, yeah, he hasn't had a lot of the footy, but if he can manage to kick 1 or 2 goals, he really disappointed with that last effort he had. Can he make amends? Finch, about 35 out on the angle. Comes in, left foot, Straight over the goal umpire's hat. That's his first of the afternoon. And that's the Sharks' 10th. Back to 36 points the margin. 10-9-69 to 16-9-105. 25 scoring shots to 19. Just a tick under 24 minutes played last quarter. And Jack, again, just keep an eye out for your 3-2-1. It'll be interesting to see who you choose. Give you a little bit of time.
Jeez.
I'm still trying to work it out myself. Good luck. As the ball's back in the middle. This is a massive win for the Demons. They've completely outplayed the Sharks this afternoon. It's been a real four-quarter effort. They've got the clearance again. Hosfeld throwing the body in there. Chapman intercepts for the Sharks across half-back. Disappointing they haven't been able to get over the line for the milestone man in Thompson. As play continues. Handball's over the top. Handball back in forward, could have given it to Hosfeld. They've got the outnumber here. Finch brings the ball to ground. Finch might end up with it here. Good intercept attempt there by the D's. Not quite sure where to go. Just gets the ball on boot, looking for Reardon. Reardon brings his opponent to ground. That's a free kick to Chapman. Been an interesting contest between those two this afternoon. Reardon, just about my pick for mark of the year, with not long to go in the second quarter. Kicks the ball back to the hot spot. Huddy playing in front, couldn't take the mark. Miller handballs it off. Finds a teammate in Hamilton. About 65 out. Goes to the front of the square. Ball comes to ground over the back. Not the best of handballs. They've got a bit of time. That little up and under kick worked. Here's the milestone man. He's going to be the first onto it on the last line. Chips the ball. Looking for Williams. Not the best of kicks. Gets intercepted. Patton trying to stream back to the goal square. They haven't got a lot forward of the footy. Jules going to have to hold it up here. Gets told to move it on, says the umpire. Not sure where to go. Decides to just kick it long. Who's playing in front? Good contested mark there. And that's Benson. Benson kicks the ball across the ground. Reardon's got to be careful not to give away the 50. Play on, says the umpire. Sends the ball back to where it came. Oh, Bidsell gets over Woodburn. Woodburn held his position well. This is Boxer to the top of the square. Oh, great juggling mark there. Hunkin. Goes out wide as time ticks down. That was Johnson. Finds a teammate on that far side wing. They're set up pretty well. Finch is down the line. Comes back in forward, finds Smith. Smith bypasses Finch. Haberfield doing his usual defensive work there. Got the 1-2. Finch got taken off the footy. Play on, says the umpire. Haberfield finds Woodburn in the back pocket. Woodburn just trying to waste a little bit of time here. Kicks down the line. Williams in the box seat. Intercepts well. Hasn't had a lot of opportunities to intercept today as Williams. Kicks the ball back in board. And the turnover. Here come the D's. They've got the overlap. They've got a amount of room to move in. Streaming down the middle of the ground. Looking for Patton. Looking for Reardon. Who was that on the last line of defence? Great effort there by the milestone man in Thompson. Reardon lays a good tackle. Ball gets pushed over the line. How good was Thompson there? Well done to the milestone man.
Well, that's what he's done his whole career. He's put his body on the line for the football club. He's been their number one rover over a long period of time. He's come back as a small defender, the back end of his career, and he's still doing it. He doesn't know any other way.
Ball gets thrown back into play. Ball comes to the front. No one can take clean possession. I believe that was Jewel down there for the D's. That hack kick out, that's not going to stay in. So again, this man has been a bit underrated, Curtis. I'm slowly but surely leaning towards him being the Surface's best player this afternoon.
Ooh.
As play continues, here's a chance through Reeves for the Sharks. Can they get one last major on the board? Not quite sure where to go. Finds a teammate in Gisu. Gisu to the pocket looking for Smith. Completely misses him. Out of bounds. I've just liked the way Curtis has gone about it today. He's had a fair bit of possession. He's been very efficient, and he's been well set up behind the ball as well. He's ran both ways, worked extremely hard.
Yep. No, he's been, they've had a good player. They've had the skipper on him most of the day in Stellard, but, he creates that forward pressure, does a lot of the bullocking work, a lot of hard tackles to open up for his team.
As play continues, that's holding the ball, says the umpire. Again, I've liked Gisu at stages as well. He's showing a little bit of promise. It's just that sort of, little fumble here, bit of time and experience.
Yep, he's going to be a player to watch in the future, that's for sure.
You're definitely right there. And Surfers coming out of trouble again. Duran.
He's been fantastic today, Duran.
He has been.
Just set up so much play. Look at this.
Switch worked well on that occasion. Smith trying to cut it off for the Sharks as the siren goes. Well, it's all over here at Totally Workwear Park. The Demons causing an upset against the home side. 16-9, 105. 36-point winners against the Redland-Victoria Point Sharks. 10-9, 69. And just quickly, Jack, we'll go through some goal kickers first if we can.
Goal kick, yep. We saw Smith kick 3. We saw, this is for Surface Paradise, Zach Smith kicks 3, Mitchell Patton kicks 3, and Harrison Fraser tops the day off with 4. Then we've got 1 each to Elijah Reardon, Jamison O'Shea, Joey Kennedy, Axel Moore, and Hayden Crozier, and also Benny Woodburn. And for Redlands-Victoria points, Dylan Smith was good up forward. He kicked 2, then one's to Todd Carbone, Josh Brown, Craig Malone, Bailey Reeves, Byron Finch late in the game, Jared Huddy, and also Robbie Campbell.
Well, just going to quickly go through the best players. I'll go through mine first, Jack, give you a little bit more time. I've ended up giving the 3 votes to Duran in the end. He was absolutely brilliant for the Demons, set up so much play across half-back, ended up forward on a couple of occasions. Didn't kick a goal in the end, but his work rate in the middle of the ground was huge when the game was in the balance. 2 votes. I've ended up giving it to Curtis. I just thought the way he set up the ball behind the play, took a number of contested marks when they were really desperate, and Jewel wasn't available to hit the contest. And I've given Haberfield mine 1 vote. His work down on the last line was absolutely massive. When 9 times out of 10, he was ridiculously outmatched as far as height's concerned. He's kept pretty much a clean record today. What do you think, Jack?
Well, very similar. And look, I was so impressed with Surface Paradise today, as is their foot skills across the ground. And their talent, basic fundamentals, kick, mark, handball, ground balls. I thought they were very clean there all day. A lot of similar ties, type players, attacking, agility, all that sort of stuff. But I went for Duran as well. I thought in defence he worked out really well. He sets a lot of play out from behind the footy. They go through him a lot. He's allowed to run unchecked a lot. At the end of the day, he probably is a controversial one maybe, but I thought Fraser kicking 4 goals. They were big goals too. They were team lifting goals. They were goals on the run, and I thought he just had a real big effect on the game. And that's not taking anything away from his direct opponent. And I was like you, Haberfield I thought was fantastic in defence, especially early. They had a lot of ball inside forward 50 in the first term, and Haberfield stopped a lot of them. So all in all, a great day's footy. Congratulations to Matty Thompson on his 250th game. Miller, Malone, all those guys we see getting chaired off the field now, and full credit to Surface Paradise to see him. But one of the Sharks' all-time great players came.
Well, they didn't get the result for him, unfortunately, Jack. That's all she wrote here from Totally Workwear Park. The Demons, 36-point winners over the Sharks. We'll join you again next week for more QAFL action for round 18. Only a couple of rounds to go. Thank you, Jack, for your contribution. My name's Kane Browning. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good one.